I'm not sure how to change things around, so you might see things. Oh, hello. That's a bit bizarre. Anyway. It looks right on YouTube. As ever, welcome to the body of the church. We shall wait for everyone to get their feet under the table. Obvs. It is Mothering Sunday, so I think there might be a few squiffy. And Andy Turner. Hello, Benny. Hello, Andy. Alan Pape. Hi, Adrian. Ali G. Hello, Adrian. Hello. The uninvited guest. Hi, Adrian. To the Leeds United supporter. Oh! It's interesting because on my camera, I've got everything back to front, but watching on the Groove Tube, it's actually the right way around. God, modern technology, it's a scary thing. Phil Sumner. Evening, Adrian, and to all the amazing, wonderful mothers. Yeah, there's a few in here, I'm sure. I've had a couple of comments. I'm waiting till everybody arrives in a couple of minutes. But a few of the mothers have been on the cook and sherry. I'm promising you. Andy Turner, how's the week been? Oh, what a week, Andy. What a week. I'm going back to work for a rest, I tell you. Elle and the Terrible Mothers. Yeah, there's a few of them. Mine's upstairs. I don't mean in the house. I mean, she's, playing a harp with wings and a halo. Hopefully she'll be looking down on her son and my sibling, wishing us well, because we love her, loved her, and will always love her. Emma L. Evening, wrong-uns. No way. Emma L. Evening, Emma. According to Emma, I think she might have been on the cook and sherry, but according to Emma, she's had one of her 5 a day. Crushed grapes. Yeah, wrong and Emma. Professor Numpty Heed. Dinky do, Adrian. Dinky do. Is it really, though? Is it really? Professor Numpty Heed, tell me something that nobody else but you and I would know, and then I'll know it's my dear friend. Otherwise, it's an imposter. Obvs. Peter Howells. Hello, Adrian. Sean. Hi, Adrian. Loving the landscape. Oh, the Triffid. Yeah. Mark Croft. Hi, Adrian. Hope you're good. Thank you, Mark. Much appreciated. To the Sea Moon Maria. Hello, Adrian. Hello, Sea Moon. Elsie Bates. Good evening from a very sober mother. Good on you, Elsie. Was it tea instead? I'm trying to work out where I need to look. Yeah, there. Thank you. The Motorcycle Restorer. Hey up, you're on. Bonnie lad. Patricia Angeles. Evening all. Evening, Patricia. We'll let people get in because there is a lot to talk about tonight. I've got lots. There is one worrying thing, though. I'll put a quick 60-second teaser up to let everybody know that there was going to be a live today. And it's been ad restricted by YouTube. Now, I looked at it and I thought, didn't really say anything in there. It wasn't anything controversial. Unless it's, her name is NB. I shan't go any further than that because they'll restrict this as well. But I thought about the little thumbnail that I used because it was a gag that somebody sent me about the junior doctors. Peter Howells. Hiya, Peter. Thank you very much. Do you remember the Dear Chris Needs? No, Peter. Where would I know him from? Was it a radio station? I mean, I will do if you jog my memory, but, at my age, I'm amazed I can remember my own name. Jade Leaf, 1980. Hi, Adrian. Hello, you're on. Good to catch you up on a live. Well, I think I am. Last time I looked. Anyway. Andy Turner. Got you on the tube and Only Fools and Horses on telly. Somebody said to me, Andy, that I look like David Jason. So long as it's not Grandad, I'll be fine. Hello, Mick. Oh, MIC. Hi, Mackham from a Prince Bishop. Well, you would know that the Mackhams, me included, were originally County Durham boys. I was just telling you the laugh yesterday because we had a little jaunt. And Sunderland was always part of County Durham. None of this Tyne and Wear malarkey. County Durham. That makes us the land of the Prince Bishops. There was some power in Durham, let me tell you. York, Durham, there was possibly more power by the priestly classes in Durham and York than there was down in the smoke. Andy Turner, no Benny. Thank you very much, Andy. It's unlike you to be funny. To Gav's Weather Vids. Hi, Adrian. Hello, Gav's Weather Vids. You're wrongin'. Right, I think we've everybody's kind of getting in with their cooking sherry or their crushed grapes or their whatever particular schnifter they're having today. They're in the church, so I think we better lock the door and crack on, said a priest once to the actress. Always. Always. Emma L. Cheers, Patricia. Patricia Angelus. It's Mother's Day and I'm having an early wine. Patricia, you enjoy it. Peter Howells, huge following in South Wales. Was that Chris Needs? Do you know, Peter, I must have met him because I was in South Wales for a couple of years, and the show, If I May Be So Bold, was quite successful. So I must have met him. Is he journo, presenter? I must have met him. Andy Turner, you're utter wrong. And what do you mean? Or Trigger, more like. At least Trigger was funny. Now, I was thinking about starting with Matt Hancock, but no. We'll do a bit of quick housekeeping first. Next live, put it in your diary, and I think we'll do it the same way that we've done today. I'll stick out a quick video going, oi, you're on. We're on at 5. But it's Sunday, March 26th, which is next Sunday. And I've just finished a pretty grueling week of work, so I might not be in the best shape, but I'll do my best. I'll do my best. Sunday, March 26th. Be there or be in the pub. And to let you know, we have 2 more Belfield videos. Separate and distinct and unique Belfield videos coming this week. So make sure that you make sure that your YouTube profile is subscribed to the channel and ding the bell. Don't forget, so you'll get an alert. I'm not going to tell you when they're coming, because if I tell you when they're coming and they don't happen that particular day, I'm up to my eyes in it. So there are, let me give you some, I'll give you some context, because I promised this. The last live that I did 10 days ago, a dear friend of mine got in touch, and I've known Arm for, what do you mean, why do they call him Arm? Like a baby's arm with an orange in it. So Arm contacts me and goes, here, wrong, have a look at this. And it was basically interaction between my very dear friend Arm and the convicted stalker. And my dear friend, dear friend, is an entertainer out in Benidorm. And the convicted stalker was telling lies online. Lies. Unlike him, he was telling straight up lies. Screwed politics. Hello, YouTube. Hello, world. Hello, Adrian. Hello, Screwed politics. And he just outright lied. And this was affecting my friend's livelihood. He's an entertainer out in Benidorm. It's affecting his livelihood. So he tackled him. I'm going to tell you that story in another video. Not for this live, but another video. Because it's just outrageous what he tried to do. And egregious, if you know what that means. So that's coming, and another couple of bits and pieces. And I love, if you are watching this and you have a unique Belfield story, just get in contact. If you go into the About tab here, there is an email address for people to contact me about business, about YouTube business, in whatever guise. So you can contact me anytime you want. And as a lot of people have said in the chat and the comments, it's Mothering Sunday. And I do hope all the mums, all the kiddie winks, whether they be 5-year-old or 50-year-old, you're always your mum's child or baby. I hope you've had a lovely day so far. If you're going out this evening, I hope you have a lovely, lovely, loving Sunday evening with your mum. if that is possible for you. And even those whose mum, like me, is not around anymore, for whatever reason, I do hope you can enjoy your Sunday, this day. And I hope that within the next hour or so, we can entertain you with a little something, if that's possible. So thank you, everyone. Happy Mothering Sunday, whether you're with your mum or not, or can't be, or can, or are going out this evening, or maybe, like a few wrong uns in the chat, have been out and are a little squiffy. So happy Mothering Sunday. I'll have a coffee to you. I want to make a point to the trolls, because you do entertain me. You really do entertain me. Mind you, that's the comments that get past the moderators, because the moderators are pretty sharp, let me tell you. They don't stand for anything. And I just want to advise you, this is a friendly word. I don't think there's many trolls will be. Zandalaw, I'd be in the pub, but the Lamley closed. There's not too many trolls here. They won't. But they do on the videos, because, you know, they get a bit of Dutch courage and they decide they want to make a comment. Well, I'm just going to give you this very wise word for your guidance, and it is this. If you continue to troll and harass anyone on social media in any form that contravenes the Stalking and Harassment Act 2019, the convicted stalker will go back to jail and complete his other 2.5 years. Do you know why? Because there are restrictions for him. The SPO, the Stalking Prevention Orders, will be put in place. If I was a betting man, I'd put 5p on that. Why? Well, he's already convicted. And the police force are taking him back to court for the SPOs. And if there's any breaches of any of those, and you do it, it doesn't matter whether he's done it or you've done it, it's him or anyone in his stead, an agent on his behalf. He goes back because he's breached the orders. So I'm just giving you the word to the wise. Don't. Because you're going to put a man who should have known better back inside for another 2.5 years. It's very simple. So, friendly word. Pack it in, or your boy goes back inside. Simple. I want to ask you first question. Are we bothered by King Charlie III and his coronation? Because I just, you know, this drama, this, it's like you turn a page. Oh, Retro's on. Hiya, Retro. It's just this continual drama. And I don't know whether they're kind of hyping up the drama because it's coming up to a coronation. But do you care? Do you care about Hoddit and Doddit in Montecito? Do you care? I mean, I was out walking yesterday, and I walked past, I was in York, and I walked past this lone guy who had this placard up with a hashtag, not my king. And I thought to myself, well, you must be a bloody foreigner then. Sorry, did I say that out loud? Because this is a sceptred isle. This is ruled by a monarch. We are not citizens of this country. We are subjects of the crown. So if somebody goes, oh, he's not my king, off you go then. There might be a couple of dinghies spare on the south coast. Off you go. But they stand there creating drama, going, would you like a republic? Well, look, there's only two options. You either want a republic or you want a monarch. There's no in-betweenies. Well, comedy opening. So I'm asking you a real straight question because I can't quite get this. People will say to me, are you a royalist? No, I'm Ginger from Sunderland. So I'm not part of the royal family, But there has been a king or a queen ruling this island since Athelstan in 900 and odd. Athelstan, king of all England. We've even had Scots kings come down. There have been Scots kings in Scotland, then came down here and became King James the whatever of England. Yes, there have been ups and downs and twists and turns. That's the monarch. Some of them have been beheaded. The monarchs I'm talking about. And some of the wives. Oi, sling your hook, you wrong. Off they go. So, is it going to be a case of the closer we get to Delphi Productions, Jonathan King? Not that kind of king. No. Ask Simon Cowell about him. That is all I'm going to say. Do we get near the coronation? Do we get it near to any sort of royal event and then suddenly fall in love again with the monarchy? Or the pomp and circumstance of this sceptred isle? Because it's something that we do with aplomb. The rest of the world, they just lock on with jealousy and admiration. Or is it just we get a bit sick and tired of all that bloody drama, man? I looked at the papers today. I don't want to know. Honestly, King Charles, if you're watching, just get a grip. Get a grip with them all. You're not a tyrant. I know you're not. Are you? You're far too sensitive for that. But when your boy attacks your missus, oh, there are some things that they're sacrosanct. I mean, there's families all over this land. The minute the kids start having a go at either, one of the parents, whether they're step parents or not, they need to be put in their place. They need to know where the parameters are. They need to know where they can go and where they bloody can't. So I can't work out whether the zeitgeist is, oh, it's just a drama, it's for entertainment purposes only, or it's we have over 1,000 years worth of heritage here, we need to protect it. And ginger nuts, I mean, the rumours on a daily basis that come out into social media, you think, who's making these up? Are these real? Is this, I mean, surely you've heard about the phantom pregnancies, the surrogacies, which one of them's had a child before, or both of them have had a child before, and you think, who's making this up? Can we have some corroboration? Can we have some evidence, please? But is that going to get us into the coronation in May? We get a day off. Well, you get a day off, I don't. You get a day off, you get a bank holiday weekend. Yeah, King Charles. I'm all for King Charles and an extra day off. Give me a pay rise. Who was it that got 12%? And then the train drivers get 5%, or the nurses get 5%. Impoverished nurses. So I just would love to know. And then today, the headline today is, the kids will have a role in the coronation. What? Bacon roll for breakfast? But they'll have a role in the coronation if their parents will RSVP. Well, look, they're American, man. Why do they need to be over here? I know they're in the line of succession. That can be stopped. They were born over there. Well, one of them was christened at Windsor. So, where are we? I'm using you as my guide. Where are we with all this nonsense, this stuff and nonsense, this drama? Do we want it ending? Yeah, I'm with you, Retro. Sailoring won't get a day off either. I bet the truckers are still working. Emma L. used to do the Micklegate run in York on Friday. Emma, the Micklegate run. Oi, oi, oi. Oi, 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 oi. If you don't know what it is. Gav's Weathervids. Charles and Camilla will probably only ever be tolerated. Interesting. But I think people will be happier when William and Catherine ascend. But William can't ascend to the throne if Charles doesn't. Charles can't abdicate now. He has to be coronated. Otherwise, William, the line, won't continue, or can't continue, rather. Or shop workers. Alan, yeah, you're working that day. I thought for the coronation, it being a Saturday, the whole place would close down, like for Diana's funeral. I don't know. Keith James, can't wait, you're wronging. Thank you, Keith. Much appreciated. So let's get to one of the videos that we released recently. And this is, it's quite an important thing. This is the video Alex Belfield, why I went to Nottingham Magistrates Court. Because seemingly the trolls haven't got 2 IQ points between them. And there's about 20 of them. Because they don't get it. They just don't get it. If you have your favourite Groove Tube channels, go and watch them. Love them. As I do. I have some of my favourites. I watch Neil Sean quite a bit because he's very entertaining. I know Neil from back in the day at Liberty. So I watch Neil and I watch a few others, and I watch some of the Royal channels. But they're just for entertainment purposes. Sad to see Russell Brand getting demonetized by YouTube, but he's a clever boy. He's a clever boy. Sorry. So I do take note. If anybody wants to give me feedback, give me feedback. It's welcomed. I promise you, it is welcomed. Because all I ever want to do is improve at this, to get better at this, to give you more insight, more entertainment, and we are collating a team in the background. Mike Alligators, Adrian, we should do away with the BBX compulsory license fee and the Royals. I agree about the BBC. Gary Lineker. We'll get to that a little bit later. So it's important. And all I want to do is improve, improve, improve. And I watch other YouTubers, knowing what I know from my media days and my TV days and my writing days for newspapers and magazines, that I just want to be entertaining. That's all I ever want to do. And if I can, the other thing I want to do is I want to be in service of people. I'm not sure where this channel is going to go, but I want it to be in service of people. I'm not going to ask you for your money. I know you've heard that before, but I promise you, in all my days in professional commercial radio and the BBC when I was there, I never once asked for money, ever. But I might ask for your time, and I might ask for your support, and I might ask for your support in helping others. That's the only place. So the reason why I want to comment on some of these is because I'm not going to go to the downright nasty. But I will say to those people who think they can be nasty and get away with it, you can't. Because the laws that apply on the land apply on social media. Just letting you know. So, Tanya and Elvis. I do hope Tanya is here or catches this up. Tanya and Elvis. Elvis is a horse. Whatever gets you through the night. Comments made saying Adrian looks deranged and creepy, and as though he is now the stalker, generally disappear. I pointed out that 2 days before the hearing, Adrian, who watches Retro on his bikes, was told by Retro that the hearing was off. Liar. 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 That comment has been deleted. I hated Belfield, but I'm of the belief that Adrian was damaged by Alex and is now out of control. Oh, honestly. It's an unhealthy obsession. Adrian is to the best of my knowledge, only appeared after Belfield was convicted. Is that right? So Tanya, I'm sure you're looking for answers, and I'm sure you're looking for truths, and I'm sure you are looking to get rid of the fog of war. So let me tell you again, till I am blue in the face, I have known the convicted stalker since he was 17 years old. Worked with him, friendship with him, sussed him out. Because I was his first victim, his first online victim. And I will give you facts. Yes, I know. You're probably going to say, oh, Adrian, don't confuse me with facts. Me mind's made up. But I will tell you this, and Retro will bear me out in the comments. Retro didn't tell me anything. Yes, of course I'll watch some of Retro's videos. He's very good. And you should go and check out his channel. But did Retro tell me that the convicted stalker was not going to be at court? No. Did Retro tell me 2 days before the court date that the convicted stalker was not going to be at court? No. So who was it then, Adrian? It was one of the 10 people that Nottinghamshire Police were bringing the SPOs on behalf of. Now, I have said to you before, my sources are impeccable. So you can take your BS and shove it where the sun don't shine. In fact, you're probably not bright enough to know what to do with that. So the only time that comments disappear is when they are nasty and personal. And my moderators just delete them because there's absolutely no need for this. Look, we are in a financial crisis that you are not going to get out of. Yeah, exactly. Retro, I agree with you. Thanks, Adrian. Just because a video, I made a video doesn't mean that they get watched immediately. I concur completely. But society and community are being broken down every single day. And anybody that just thinks, oh, I'll go and spout some BS on a YouTube channel is part of the problem, not the solution. What we need is togetherness. What we need are leaders that are going to get us out of this. And, you know, Klaus Schwab and the boys have already told you there's going to be a social media crash. There is going to be power outage. Now, if you don't believe me, Liz Truss, when she was Prime Minister, and she wasn't Prime Minister for that long, was telling you that there were going to be power cuts at Christmas. Can you remember that? So you've got something coming that you have no comprehension of. You cannot get your tiny mind round. Think if they had power outage, no hospitals, no food, no supermarkets, no phones, no computers, no communication, nix, nada, nothing. And you're saying to me that my channel is deleting comments that didn't even exist? That I am being told by people that watch this channel? You are lying, lying, lying out of your tiny backside. But I read that out of kindness so that you can get it. And mark my words, when it starts hitting the fan later this year, you can say, oh, yeah, Adrian was telling us about that. It's all going to be completed by 2030. All of it. What they're up to is all going to be completed by 2030. Mark my words. And then you can come back and go, well, I'm really sorry, Adrian. I got you wrong. I'll accept your apology. Oh, shut up.
Sorry, I don't know that one.
That's Alexa. They're all listening, I've told you. Alexa. Alexa. Shut up. They're probably listening. So I've just told you about what they're doing. And she pipes up. I swear to God, I must be married. What was I going to say? It's about the trolls. It'll come back to me. To the uninvited guest. You see when you get me ranting? The uninvited guest. I appreciate that you went to Nottingham to report on the Jimmy Savile of trolling Alex Belfield. It would have been good to get a take on what he is like, or if he is still enjoying his cruise at His Majesty's pleasure. Like I keep saying, that Alex only has one person to blame for the mess he is in, and that is himself. Xander mines are piping up here too. Blimey. If you're watching on your computer and you've got, Alexa in the corner.
Calling with Alexa is not supported on this device. You can use the Alexa app instead.
Bugger off, woman. I'm in the middle of something. Know your place. So as mine, set yours off. Can you imagine? Argonaut, this is about me. He does care, or else he wouldn't have posted this. He can dish it out, but he can't take it back. So what you'll see when I'm doing either a live or a video, or I know where the lines are, and I do my best to stay within them until I lose my mind. I'm a redhead, I fire up and then... But Argonaut, your space cadet, What these people are forgetting is, I know Alex. A lot of people have never met him. All they've seen is what's on the Groove Tube. That's all. I've met him. I know which side he dresses on. Xander Law. Nobody puts Alexa in the corner. Seaman Maria. Patricia, you're better off with more solid bargaining chips like precious metals. Yeah, salt, sugar, plus make sure you're stocked up on non-perishables. Yeah. As the SVB, what's the I can't remember what the bank's called, SVB. As they've proven, doesn't matter how much money you've got. There's Sharon Stone today in the press saying she's lost half of her money. She was worth about 50 million. She lost half of it in the crash a couple of weeks ago. I understand Hoddit and Doddit in America have also lost a few bob. So maybe that's why the brown stuff's hitting the fan for them. Who knows? But yeah. That's why when they send the special forces out, they don't send the special forces out with the odd 5 or 10 or 20. They give them gold Krugerrands. Because gold always has a value. Always. Paper? Not always. It's a promise. It's a promise. You promise to pay the bearer. Mike Alligators. What work and wind-ups have you done with Alan Robson? Alan was is literally one of the greatest exponents of the phone-in ever. He's just a giant and a legend. And I was in the south when he was in the north. So, you know, I've met Alan quite a few times. We haven't done any wind-ups. Get to the phones. I haven't done any wind-ups. But he literally, along with some other greats, defines the phone-in. Wonderful, talented man. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Tom Murray. Adrian, thank you. I appreciate you reporting on the case. Cheers, Tom. Paul Evans. Paul, you're wrong one. He said, Alex Belfield, slimming tablets. Ha ha ha, chunky. Told you he was taking the mickey out of you. Paul Flint. Hang on, who's that? I can't see, hang on. Yeah, Mark Croft, exactly. Go woke or go broke. Exactly. Delphi Productions, what did you say that you didn't want me to see? You're wrong. Emma L, just spilt me wine. Is it like if it's red, you pour white on it and then just suck it out the carpet and it'll clean it? Or was I being wound up? Pink Roses, why is Katie Hopkins being refused to visit Alex? Where did you get that from, Pink Roses? Because I was under the impression that that she was going to visit Alex and then didn't say anything about it. So I, as far as I was aware, I thought she'd gone and seen him and then had maybe been told no. But wow, Mike Alligators. I've known Alan for a lot of years, Adrian, including being on one of his TV shows back in the day. Was that his cookery show? I remember seeing that. He's a giant of a man, a wonderful guy. And he's, out of all the people in radio, if you want to learn how to do radio and if you want to learn how to organise yourself as a star of radio and as maybe a star of TV, Alan Robson's the man to copy. Alan Robson is the one to watch. He's amazing at it. And he's been doing it 45 years. He's the man to watch, without a shout. But if you do know him, Mike Alligators, please send him my regards. I hope he's doing well, and I hope he's enjoying more of his downtime, unless he's doing more of his ghost hunting and stuff. Paul Flint, thanks for updating us on Alex Adrian. It's what I voted for too. I ignore nasty comments. You have to, but sometimes when they're beyond the pale, that's when you've got to do stuff. And we have in the background. I'm not going to go into any detail, but we have had to deal with some idiocy. Steve W. It's not rocket science. Your channel, your content. No need to justify it. Thank you, Steve. Proof of the pudding is in the viewing. If people don't want to watch, they wouldn't. Like the Sussexes, who he was keen to poke fun at and ridicule in the VOR. Harry, blink twice and we'll come and rescue you from Meghan's narcissistic clutches. He's newsworthy. To the extent that newish channels are springing up, rehashing the trial, sentencing and old clips from the VOR like it's current. and people still watch. Well, the Belfield saga still has some life in it, whether we stick to facts, speculate, or indulge in flights of fancy. He's simply the gift that keeps on giving. Thank you, Steve. To Sean, Adrian. Belfield content is a winner for me, so every opportunity you have to be able to get more information, please do it. As I've said, cheers, Sean, as I've said many times, this is my lived experience. This is not me just picking a fight with anyone or just trying to do somebody down. Somebody commented and said, oh, you know, why are you kicking a man when he's down? These are my lived experiences. This is what I've been through. And I'm getting other people, dear friends of mine, not close, because he's out in Benidorm, but still, I've known him for near 40 years. We've been friends for 40 years. And he pops up and says, hey, Adrian, I've got to mention this. Have a look at this. And then I asked if, you know, I could put it on the channel. And he said, be my guest. Use it however you wish. So the people that know me, my friends, who have had some kind of interaction with a convicted stalker, are more than happy for me to put it on this channel. So that's what we're going to do. It's not being nasty. These are other people's lived experiences who, and if I can say this, I hope Arm doesn't mind, that were quite shocked when he was jailed. Hang on. Retro, what you do? Oh, yes, I've got my passport. Where are you off to? Seaside Mom, did you know he was stalking you at the time, or did you figure it out later? I tackled him about it. And there's a great little YouTuber whose real name I remember, but he's is it Hodden Official? We're looking at doing some stuff, and he's going to interview me. And he wants to know what happened with Belfield. I can tell you here, right now, that I tackled him about it, and he denied it. I said to him, what do you know? Is that you? Because there was some stuff that only he and my webmaster would have known. And my webmaster wouldn't have betrayed me in a month of Sundays. Hiya, Dean. He said, no, it's not me. It's not me. Just ignore them, Adrian. They're not worth it. Just ignore them. And then he continued slagging me off online. I am going to look for it. And I will bring that evidence here. Because, as I said about the trolls earlier, they went, oh, you're this and you're that and the other. Then I was saying, I'm creepy and obsessive. Oh, look, you know, get a life. Don't watch if you don't want to. Or if you do want, just be respectful. Because if you're not, I'll deal with you. Stalking and harassment, law 2019, on the statute books. Might only be young, but it's right there. And so other people are giving me their lived experiences. I told you the story once about him going to BFBS, British Forces Broadcasting Company, Society, whatever it's called, BFBS. And then somebody who was working at BFBS at the time that the convicted stalker was getting on with all of his shenanigans, then sends me a message and corroborates the very story that I told you, to tell you that what I was telling you was the truth. And now my friend Arm has given me permission to make a video, to give you more evidence, to give you an insight in the convicted stalker. And yet these people are like idiots, honestly. These are the people that were wearing face nappies and banging their pots and pans on a Thursday night at the front door, instead of questioning what was going on with the decision makers, what parties they were going to, and who was having who. Nick Hancock. Stephen Hall, I'm always interested in what's happening in the East Midlands, as I lived there for 22 years. I came back south in 1990. Still very interested in the Belfield case. Thank you, Stephen. Whatever I can bring you, I will bring you. We still have stories, I'm telling you. The uninvited guest, I appreciate that you... I think I've read that one before. Peter Lombard. Adrian, there are a great many people who just don't fail to understand how he ended up in prison. If he didn't go near the people he annoyed or threatened them with violence, did the whole thing with the police knocking down his door get resolved or explained? I'll explain it in a second. Was Jeremy Vine threatened personally with violence? Why didn't he, as in the convicted stalker, offer a defence? On release, is he still able to sue Nottinghamshire Police, or has his conviction put an end to that even being a possibility? Questions about the entire story of AB remain, so thanks for reporting on him. Just to answer, thank you, Peter, just to answer some of the questions. Why didn't he offer a defence? I don't know, but I can proffer that he's made so much money, he didn't want to waste it. He wanted to keep it for himself. Was Jeremy Vine threatened personally with violence? The convicted stalker wanted other people to harass him. Doesn't take any more than that. He was getting people through his, and the judge said he weaponized the internet. Weaponized the internet. Did the whole thing with the police knocking down his door get resolved or explained? They didn't, but, well, it was for comedy. Look, the gag about having your back doors bashed in, it's comedy. I had a caller do that on LBC bloody 20 years ago. It's a gag. It's comedy. So did they break his door down? No. Because you can guarantee that if they had, he would have had the camera running. Thank you, the uninvited guest. Peter, according to the uninvited guest, Belfield gave out Vine's address in one of his videos. That's unacceptable. Is he still able to sue Nottinghamshire Police, or has his conviction put an end to that being a possibility? I think that's the conviction has possibly put an end to that, but it depends when he decides to sue them. He told you that he needed money, and there's videos out there. Give me your money. Give me your money. I'm suing the BBC and Nottinghamshire Police. And then in one of his later live phone-ins or streams, he turned around and said it was pointless suing the BBC for 10 grand. So yes, there are lots of questions. But slowly but surely, the truth will stand alone for everyone to see. And it doesn't matter who attempts to manage the narrative, whether it's him or his team. The truth is the truth. And you can't defeat it. John Drizzle. Adrian, used to take them slimming tablets back in my rebel days on a night out. They used to blow your head off. John, are you sure they were slimming tablets? I mean, look, Northern Soul, blimey, if it hadn't been for slimming tablets, those all-nighters, Wigan Casino, and in the northwest and in the northeast, people used to stay up all weekend. Slimming tablets? You didn't see a fat Northern Soul dancer, did you? Carol Mack, Adrian, while at court, did you see friends or followers of AB? No. No. But as I have said to you, if I can get there for the next appearance, I'm taking a friend with me. And that is all I'm going to say. Because we laughed royally at the thought of him seeing my friend and I sitting next to each other in court. Anna Katz. His followers didn't show Adrian. Alex Belfield channels.
I don't know that.
I didn't ask you. Are you going to continue to interrupt me? I mean, me and you were over. I'll take the ring back. Are you sure, Alexa? Oh, she's giving me the huff now. Bloody women. I wasn't being disparaging about you. I mean, your voice is not bad. But you don't move much. Anna Katz. Are you going to interrupt me again if I say this? Alex Belfield channel was X-rated based on making people miserable. That's why it was popular. Trash TV, basically. Thank you, Anna. Has Jim Davidson buried his head? He gave Alex quite a big soapbox to preach from. Davidson's gone very quiet. You see, it's showbiz. They don't want to be tainted with the same brush. Blue Max Spike, welcome to the church. Be respectful. Play nicely. As I was going to say, showbiz. The showbiz lovies. If you've been tarnished with anything, they don't want to come anywhere near you because they're fearful that they will be tarnished with the same brush. So when you've got a convicted stalker of 5.5 years, it's going to be a real tough gig for him to come back out and do anything like he used to. Anything. I mean, he might do some shows. I'm not sure people will go and see it. They might. It's their prerogative. They can do. Oh, hello, Tanya. Did you see what I said earlier? Or did you hear what I said earlier? The Barron flights. What did you think about Andrew Mitchell ushering out MPs when Andrew Bridgen was making his speech about sudden death from injections? Barron flights. Give me some links. Tell me more. I'm very curious. Emma L. Jim Davison has not spoken publicly about Belfield since he went to jail. However, on a recent video on his YouTube channel, Jim did make reference to people having to be careful not to offend others, or else they might end up getting 5 years. This is from Emma. I got the impression from his comment that he thought Belfield's sentence was too long, although he didn't mention him by name. Curiouser and curiouser. John Grant. Absolutely bloody hilarious, isn't it? They love all the drama and throwing hissy fits, don't they? These limp wrists. By the time he gets out, the convicted stalker will have nothing left but a bag of personal effects and a few banknotes. Even the pub and his personal assistants have gone. I think Penny Bunny has done a couple of videos, but I think it's really difficult and challenging to get to the bottom of what has gone on there. You would need an investigative journalist like Alex Belfield. To be fair, I can't wait for him to get out and try his best to spin his stay at His Majesty's pleasure. My money is he will go down the prison reform path. I thought about this the other day. And do you know the best way for Alex? It's the hero's journey, Joseph Campbell's hero's journey. The best way for the convicted stalker to meet himself and then find himself, is the old seer from Adelphi had on the temple, know thyself. The only way is if he comes out and works for the community. If he works in service of other people. That's the only way. Because no, he can't come out and say, give me your money. Friendly advice. Whether he does that or not is a completely different matter. Eddie Townsend, nice one, Adrian. I'm chunky. And Alex slagged oversized people like they were gross sinners. And he did it with drugs. Okay, thanks, mate. Yes, he did. To Rory Dunn, those fat photos are hilarious, sir. I was loving it when he got sent down. He was always on his mighty high horse. Nay more. Very funny, Rory. Chocolate Frenzy. I thought it was great that you were there. I think you would have given us a good idea of what went on, and a lot of us trust you. Let's hope that you will be free for the next time it is scheduled to go on. Please keep on reporting on him for us, Adrian, as there are also many of us interested in it. Cheers, Adrian. Thank you, Chocolate Frenzy. And for anyone else that might think they want to take a pop, if anyone wants to go and report on events at a court across the land, there is a public gallery. You can do. So I will report on the case. That's all. Not give you an opinion on something. I will report on the facts of the case, as I have done all the way along. Saltness Monster. Do we know each other, Saltness Monster? Just a question. How dressed like that in front of a police station after being in serious legal trouble? If he was actually innocent, he wouldn't have acted like that. I agree. Julie Handley, thank you, Adrian, for your excellent videos and the ones about AB. And I await the next video about the convicted stalker. There's, definitely one coming this week. I will say, and thank you to everyone that supported this live today, I will say that there's a video being uploaded in the morning that I would love you to watch. I've spoke many times here about late night radio, the theatre of the mind, and how, yeah, I agree with you, Retro. Citizen journalist can be anyone, even Retro. Yes, he can. You are correct. So the theatre of the mind is that late night phone-ins. They won't allow it to happen anymore. It's just not ever going to be allowed, because that gives people a platform and a communication to be supported by other people and sometimes get truths out. But we've created the video. The video is going to be uploaded in the morning, and it's a very serious subject, and it's a very emotive call. All I'm going to call it is Lisa's story. It's going to be up first thing in the morning. I've done an introduction to it to give you some context and some background, but it is a highly emotive piece of audio archive. So if you can, please watch it. It's not, I think it's less than 10 minutes long, but it will give you an amazing insight into the kind of callers I used to get to my late night phone-in. Michael Flanagan, I'm trying to understand why Alex Belfield was not at court. I don't think I've actually told anyone since I was there. I think I omitted it from the video. The convicted stalker wasn't at court because his legal team asked the court for more time to defend him, because I don't know what the technical terms would be or the legalese, but his legal team asked for more time to prepare their case. So all I can deduce from that is that Alex or his team know the seriousness of 10 SPOs, stalking prevention orders. They know the seriousness of them. I mean, I know what they contain. I'm not going to bring them here yet, but I know what they can contain. And if you think the judge's restrictions are pretty tight, SPOs are even better. And it's Nottinghamshire Police that can bring these. Nobody else, no private citizen, no anybody. It's the police only. And it's a police stalking prevention order. So he was not at court. Thank you, Michael. He was not at court because his team have asked the court for more time to prepare. As I have said many times in these videos, the only winner out of all of this are the people, the professionals that prosecute and defend. You never see an impoverished solicitor or barrister, do you? So his team are going to make a shed load of money out of him. And I've said this to you before, and please take note of this. He's in a whole world of pain, not anywhere near complete. The 2.5 years that he's going to serve inside, literally daily, he could be working on his cases, whether they be civil or legal or law. If he's in prison and his presence is required at court, the prison service is fully responsible to ensure that he will be there, unless, of course, he has a legitimate reason, such as sickness, for not appearing as instructed. Was any reason given for his non-appearance? Yes, Michael, his legal team said they needed more time to prepare, and the court gave them that. How much more? Who knows? Ishakar, Brown, lots of prisoners refuse to attend court. They can't be forced to attend, unfortunately. Well, his legal team can, and they've asked for more time. And nobody else has told you that. So how would I know that? Just saying. Peter D. Bellend was an absolute arse, but you really are flogging a dead horse with these tragically stupid videos. Bless you, Peter. You're too kind. We get it. You have a grudge. No, I don't. A grudge for what? Just explain yourself, Peter. It's Belfield, so who wouldn't? All right, I get it. You once had a radio show, and you must therefore know how to change the record. Move on. Actually, you'll find it was a speech radio show. Don't play records. But I am moving on. Look, citizen journalists, as Retro said in the comments, as things evolve and become new, then I will report on those. But I'm also telling you stories of my personal experience. Now, if you don't want to watch them, please don't. I wouldn't want to force you to do that. But if you find the stories that I tell you either insightful, informative, entertaining, then please, by all means, just like and subscribe. I got it tight for asking people to like and subscribe at the beginning of the channel. Do you know, the channel will only go as far as the people watching it will allow it to go. Who's that? Jade Leaf 1980. I'll get back to that. Hopefully it'll let me see the video. To Peter D. Yet you keep watching is a gift that keeps on giving. There's plenty more in the pipeline coming. Sadly, there is. Ishikar Brown, you obviously like watching the dead horse get flogged or you would not be here. You see, I don't get this keyboard warrior thing online. What is the actual reason? Jade Leaf 1980, can't blame Adrian for still talking about the convicted stalker. People are still asking about him. And I will tell you this, I look at the analytics all the time to see how I can improve, to see how I can improve the videos, to see what we can do to make it entertaining and informative. And I can put a video out about something else that's the current zeitgeist, politics or true crime, but nothing gets the views like a convicted stalker video. Nothing at the moment. Because the people who watch this channel know what I'm saying. They know that I'm telling the truth. They know that they're personal experiences, and they know other people are coming to me and telling me their lived experience. Can't do better than that. Alan Pape, Adrian, please keep us updated. We're not giving up, having come this far, waiting for more justice to be done. His day in court will come. He can't delay it forever. But that's what he said he wanted. He wanted his day in court. He got it and didn't defend himself. Joe Murray, I know a few old school friends who ended up in prison. Daft, silly things like not paying fines, nothing violent. When they got released, a lot of people stayed away from them, shunned them. It's very hard to rebuild your life after being inside. Employment can be difficult, unless you get a job at Timpson's. And Joe, you know, I'm from a similar place as you. I got lots of friends who ended up in the big house. Lots. And daft stuff. Not paying fines. Being drug dealers. No, I'm being flippant. I'm not saying that that's... but Sunderland is quite a violent place. Or certainly was in my formative years. And a lot of friends had to... Well, they just did what they had to do to survive. But some of it was hair-raising. And I'm not going to go into it here. But a stay in the big house is no cakewalk. It's not like a cruise at all. I know, and people who've had any kind of connection with someone that has, or they've done it themselves, they know. They know. Xander J82, Alex reached a larger audience than YouTube than Adrian did in his whole radio career. Oh, Xander, can you give me the evidence? Because I think you'll find he didn't. Have you seen the radio stations that I worked for? Give your head a wobble. But I'll wait for you to corroborate your statement with evidence. Look forward to that. Random camera junk. Alex has probably reached around... Alexa, honestly, I'm working, man. Can you not see? It's all right, she hasn't piped up. Random camera junk. Alex has probably reached around a whole lot more since being in Nick. Comment of the week. That's... If you got it, you got it. If you didn't, don't ask. I'm not telling you. Alan Pape replied to a random camera junk. He did, but he didn't know when to stop, and now the truth is out and he's lost his freedom and all the money will be gone when the civil cases are over. I know. He's in a tough place. KW, the Teletubbies reached a larger audience on YouTube than Alex. Ouch. Very good, though. Emma L, was that with real subscribers or the ones he bought? Wow, Emma. I'm going to leave the last comment, which I'm nearly up to you. Mark Wallen, take the blinkers off. That's to those who are having a go. Lestat1uk@googlemail.com. No? Especially when he got sent down. Brian Reardon. So size is everything. Brilliant. Honestly, you're far too sharp and quick. Maze Yomara. Yes, but it was demonetized, so who gives a monkeys? Would rather have a smaller audience and get paid, and anyone who says otherwise is a mug. Maisie, you're right. In reply to Emma L, that's why the subscriber numbers haven't gone down. 33,000, I think he's lost in 6 months. It's like 1,000 a week. Most were bought. Just look at the view numbers compared to numbers of subs. Thank you, R. And the final, and I rattled through those. I had so much more to talk about. Final comment is from Emma. And I promise you, this week, there will be other videos than the convicted stalker, although there will be one for him. Emma L, yes, he definitely bought subscribers. I once saw evidence on Twitter of him being signed up to a website that sold subscribers. You are correct that his YouTube stats bore that out too. At the height of his popularity on YouTube, when his channel was monetized, the YouTube stats told a different story. His average video views were very low, with only around 13% of his subscribers watching his videos. There is a YouTube channel called ASP, Agent Stool Pigeon, who made several videos about the convicted stalker. Thank you, Emma L. I haven't seen anything by Agent Stool Pigeon for quite a while. Is he? I know he's still active on Twitter, but is he still making? And if you have contact with Agent Stool Pigeon, please send him my regards from me. Well, my coffee's cold, so I did want to talk about Nicola Sturgeon. Her hubby's resigned. Why would that be? I'm sure there are 300,000 reasons why he's also stepped back. Peter Murrell, he lied, seemingly, said the SNP had 100,000 members, when actual fact, they've only got 72,186. Politicians, man, I wouldn't pee on them if they're on fire. And we've got this lot down here. I was going to talk about NB, but that little minute video that I did to kind of promote this, they, I don't know whether mentioning her name demonetizes that particular video. It just said add suitability. And that was the only thing out of all of it that I could see as possibly questionable. But anyway, thank you for being part of the church today. Mothering Sunday, I hope today has been, in its own way, deep and loving and kind to you. And I hope even if your mum's not around, as I said, I'm in that particular lobby. I hope Mothering Sunday has been okay to you. It's been kind to you. Thank you for your likes, your subscriptions, but most of all, your indulgence every single time. Lisa's story is coming in the morning. We've got a Belfield and Benidorm video coming in a couple of days, and we've got more radio archive. So thank you to everyone. Yeah, it's DC Percival. To everyone that supported this live today, I thank you very much. And I shall see you in the next video.